In this episode, we go over the iVTM4 rear differential fluid change. This applies to a 2016 plus Honda Pilot, a 2017 plus Honda Ridgeline, and a 2019 plus Honda Passport. Alright YouTube, let's get into changing the rear differential fluid. This is an easy job. Once you get used to it, it's going to be a piece of cake and will only take you about 15 minutes or so. 2 quarts of fluid and the washers will cost you about $15, which is a lot cheaper than the $150 to $200 the dealership will want. This could be confusing right here. It says replace VTM4 rear differential fluid. Now this fluid is actually going to be the dual pump 2 fluid. Very, very important. The all-wheel drive system in this vehicle is actually iVTM4, not the older VTM4. Make sure you use this stuff, dual pump fluid 2. You'll need 2 quarts. Next, you're going to need some crush washers. You'll need a fluid quart pump. This will thread into the bottle of your rear differential fluid. And then you'll need a 3/8 breaker bar, or in my case, a telescoping ratchet wrench with a 3/8 extension. You should have a drain pan for the used rear differential fluid. Now we're ready to get started. The first step is to remove the fill plug on the rear differential. So take the 3/8 extension and insert it into the 3/8 square hole on the fill plug. Notice how it says DPSF. That is the fluid that's supposed to go in there. Let's go ahead and insert the extension. I would clean down the area by the plugs. That extension is connected to my 3/8 inch ratchet wrench. Now I'll just need to break the fill plug loose. My ratchet wrench has a telescoping extension. I tried moving this thing without the extension all the way down and I had a really hard time. I was really worried that I would break my ratchet wrench. I have broken hardware in the past with my bare hands. I'm leaving this video footage here so you could see how much I'm struggling and you might come across the same thing. The last person that changed out my rear diff fluid was Honda because I had a 60,000 mile Honda care plan. I was able to get my oil changes, my differential fluid, and transmission fluid changed out for free. Well, not free, but it was covered under the plan. You'll see here that I'm trying to get under this No-Low Designs rear differential skid plate. By the way, it provides a lot of off-road protection, and that's why I have it. But I was struggling getting the bolts out. So I was trying to slip this ratchet wrench under there. I think if I didn't have the skid plate, you would be able to directly connect to the differential from the bottom. 20 minutes have passed by. I have worked up a sweat. I know, sexy, right? All right, tracked it. Step 1 is complete. We have the fill plug removed. You got to make sure that that crush washer you see right there is not reused. Use a brand new crush washer. Here's the Nolo Designs rear differential skid plate. You could see that there are some scratches. This thing has been putting in the work. And now we could see step 2. That is the drain plug. Without the extension, you could just use a 3/8 drive ratchet wrench or breaker bar and break loose that plug. Shot out a little further than I thought it would. The drain plug of a rear differential will have a magnet. This is designed to catch all the metal shavings that get sheared off. Make sure to wipe down the magnet so it's nice and clean. And taking a look at the drain pan, it looks like all that diff fluid is basically emptied out. That dripping you see there is just the extra fluid collected on top of that skid plate. Step 3 is important. It's time to change out the crush washers. If you don't, there will be imperfections in these metal rings, and that might lead to some seeping or leaking. This washer seems to be stuck. It's not coming loose, so I find a way to take it off. I'm not going to show you how I did that because I want you to, I don't know, get advice from someone that has way more experience than me. I'm just showing you this because I'm just a regular dude, not a mechanic, and I'm taking care of this fairly easy job. Alright, I use a screwdriver to pry off the ring, the crush washer, and you know what, it worked. After I broke it loose a little bit, I was able to twist it off, follow the threads, and off it went. Now it's time to discard of those used crush washers and use the new ones. We're almost done now. The 4th step is to insert the drain plug. Remember, make sure that crush washer is there. Thread in the plug by hand until it's finger tight, and then go ahead and use your 3/8 breaker bar or 3/8 ratchet wrench and tighten the drain plug to 35 foot-pounds. Now we're going to pump in the new rear differential fluid. This is absolutely required to finish this job. You're going to need a quart pump. This costs $2 on Amazon. Alright, now we're going to insert this hose into the fill hole. Make sure the hose is not dirty. Now pump away. I highly recommend you use 2 hands. Whoops. Alright, found it'd be more efficient to go from down here. Feed that in and pump away. And this is where I discovered I was missing this straw. It's time to switch the pump to the other quart bottle. And the pumping continues. When you hear this noise, you're done pumping. The job calls for 1.92 quarts. Okay, now we got this plug and we're gonna insert it. So I'm actually gonna use this. Okay. So there we go. And then we're just going to make it tight. Tighten the fill plug to 35 foot-pounds, and job is complete. I know next time I do this, it's going to be much quicker. Okay, so that concludes it. Got the plug in there. Didn't have to take out the skid plate, thank God, because I think I was having some issues here. If you found this video useful, please do me a favor and hit the like button. And also leave a comment. It helps with the YouTube algorithms. Actually, if you hated the video, hit the dislike button. And leave me a nasty comment. Liking someone's video and commenting, it's one way to support without having to pay anything. So please do it. Thank you. Again, thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you go further on your adventures. Still there? Make sure to check out my DIY vinyl wrap video. Vinyl wraps typically cost about $3,000 to $4,000, and I did this black vinyl wrap for $300. This is satin black, and I was able to do my current green. It's called the Avery Dennison Rugged Marsh Green vinyl wrap. I did that for $600. Took me about 10 hours, both applications. You going down that way?